You are very welcome to Fan Zone on Today FM with me, Johnny Lyons. Speaking of Roy Keane, if I didn't know better, listening to him last week, well, I'd have thought he was the Republic of Ireland manager. Brian Kerr, how you doing?
Very good, Johnny.
Now, what did we... Yes, very, very good, thank you, Brian. What did you make of Everton, West Ham today? Will our lack of adventure cost us qualifying for Euro 2016? For goodness sake, Johnny, 2 players were deemed unfit by their club, so what? They pay their wages. Happens with all clubs in all countries. Why is it the media here have to go on and on about it? You've spent nearly half an hour yakking about a story that's old news. That's in capital. It would make a nice change if the media here would talk about what happens on the pitch rather than continually talk about what goes on in the team hotels, etc., etc. I'm sure Martin O'Neill would love to be asked some footballing questions for a change. That's from Kerry in Lusk. I love the show, Johnny. An aggrieved Reading fan who's in awe of how Nigel Adkins still has a job. Let's go to John in Dublin. John, you're a Manchester United fan. John, how you doing?
How are you doing?
Disastrous during the... Well, I'm great, but you guys are in a little spot of bother.
It's the worst performers from any Manchester United team I've ever seen, and I've been watching them since 1975.
So you agree with me? It was absolutely embarrassing.
Whoever gave David Moyes the job needs to be taken into hospital and sorted out, because how he got the job in the first place is beyond me. Alex Ferguson should not have been allowed to say who was the next manager of Manchester United, no more than Matt Busby was allowed to say. And they gave it to a fella who managed a mid-division team in Everton, who done nothing, and to show how bad he actually is, the manager who took over from him had them doing better than they did. And I'm so annoyed. Watching it the other night, if I could have got into the television, I would have rang his neck.
John, do you know something? Bar that those of you who know the film Poltergeist and about the television, you've given the best line ever about a television. If you could have gone through the television, you'd have wrung his neck. Thanks so much for calling us here, Fan Zone on Today FM. What an end to the season's going to be. Now, Liverpool fans, come on! You're that close to winning the Premier League. It's within touching distance. Last week, we even had Pool fans on the line singing to me. Now, it wasn't You'll Never Walk Alone. Don't leave me alone on this. Regale me. 1850 715 100. Now, Robbie, I've been to Anfield a few times. I've had the privilege to go there. You've got the last word on Fan Zone. Let's finish on an upbeat note. Come on, FA Cup winners this year, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
One of the great players and one of the great midfield players of the English game of all time in a certain way.
Okay, Brian, thanks very much. And I've loved having you on Fan Zone, by the way. Brian, great stuff. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you, Johnny. It's been a pleasure every Saturday. Thank you.
That's Brian Kerr there. And thank you. That's it for this season in terms of Fan Zone. Thank you for tuning in.